Well, let's stay with the Madlanga Commission now, and this is where Brigadier Rachel Matjeng has wrapped up her testimony on the irregular multi-million rand health services contract between the police and alleged crime boss Vusimuzi Cat Matlala. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo is in Pretoria for us, and he joins us now for an update. Junior, good afternoon to you. The Commission wrapping up just a short while ago. At the center of what the Commission sought to determine here is whether or not Brigadier Matjeng was indeed in a romantic relationship with Mr. Matlala, but what does it make of the large sums of money she allegedly received from him? Are they any clearer tonight?
Actually, indeed, this is the conundrum that this particular commission was faced with today, because according to the testimony from Brigadier Matjeng herself, she was in a romantic relationship with Mr. Vusimuzi Cat Matlala. This, according to her, started in 2017 and continued until the day he went to prison. It was asked of her whether they did finally end that particular relationship. She says it just ended mutually because the two of them just stopped talking because he had gone to prison. But the commissioners were not they were not believing some of the statements that were made by Brigadier Matjeng, because when you look at the text messages between the two of them, Vusimuzi Cat Matlala and the Brigadier, starting as far back as 2019, there are no terms of endearment between the two of them. You won't see anywhere where he says, my love. We did hear her today referring him to my darling and my love, but when it comes to the text messages between the two of them, there is none of that when it comes to that particular communication. There's also no communication about meeting up or any such reference in the pair's communication, with the chairperson of the commission even saying that it sounds very businesslike, and it just feels like this allegation that you are making in front of the commission, that the two of you were in a romantic relationship, is just meant to derail the investigations of this commission and basically to clear the fact that you received some money from Mr. Matlala. From 2019 until 2021, clearly, Ms. Matjeng received just over 100,000 in total from Mr. Matlala. This was amounts of about 10,000, 20,000 every week or month. He would give her that amount of money. But from 2021, from around 2023, 2024, when Mr. Matlala started negotiating that Medicare contract, and just after he received that particular Medicare contract, he then communicated with Ms. Matjeng and asked her to send him a different account number than the one that he was previously using to send her money. He said this was because he did not want his wife, this is Mr. Matlala's wife, to find out about this extramarital affair, so that's why he wanted a different account. So Ms. Matjeng then provided an account that belonged to a friend of hers. This particular friend also owns a butchery. This is going to be also important at a later stage, Xoli. But after sending that particular account, then amounts of about 300,000 were donated initially. Then there were two amounts of 100,000 rand each that came just after the awarding of that particular Medicare contract to that particular account. But then Ms. Matjeng seems to claim that this money never made it to her, because this friend of hers who owns a butchery was owed money by Mr. Matlala. So when Mr. Matlala then deposited that amount of money into this particular bank account, that woman then kept all of that money to herself. But the commissioners also were not believing the statement that was said by Ms. Matjeng. Let's take a listen to the exchange between Ms. Matjeng and Commissioner Khumalo regarding this amount of money.
Last question. If we were to call Modieki to this commission and ask her about these payments, and if she confirms that you did get the payments, what should this commission do with your evidence on this point and the rest of your evidence? Remember, I qualified it with if. If we call Modieki to come and give evidence and she confirms that you got these payments, what should this commission do with your evidence on this point and on all the other issues?
I guess I must be charged because I lied under oath.
Besides calling this particular friend of Ms. Matjeng's to come and testify before the commission, Commissioner Khumalo also told her that they will be subpoenaing some of the communication within the SAPS department, especially that bid adjudicating department, to find out if Ms. Matjeng herself did not sit on that bid adjudicating committee that then later awarded this tender to Mr. Matlala, because she claims that she only came to be the brigadier in charge of health services under which this Medicare contract falls under just before Mr. Matlala got that particular contract, but claims to not have been involved in any of the decisions that were made to Mr. Matlala receiving that contract. She also dismisses allegations that the monies that were received by her were in return from Mr. Matlala for the work that she had done, especially in assisting him with that particular contract. But she did admit that when Mr. Matlala was facing a lot of challenges when it comes to payments of that particular contract, or facing challenges with certain service providers that he had in turn brought into that particular contract, she then stepped in and called some of these service providers. The commissioner is saying that this basically amounted to a conflict of interest, because these two individuals were in a romantic relationship, but she claims that this actually benefited the SAPS, so she was doing it in favor of the SAPS, although she acknowledged that she and Mr. Matlala might have benefited from all of this. So quite interesting, the conversations that she was having, especially with the commissioners when it comes to this particular contract. Let's take a listen to another exchange between Ms. Matjeng as well as the commissioners, especially around the issue of this contract and just the conflict of interest that arose with regards to it.
Now, when I look at the letter, all of those that he was complaining about, they were not included in the letter. Now, it makes me wonder if he was telling the truth, that there was delay in payment from SAPS, or because if delay in payment was an issue, I believe that he could have included it on his letter, but he did not include it.
But you know he didn't include it. And what you then do is advise him to include it. Because the letter was sent. I mean, it doesn't preclude him from sending another letter. And if you consider it, they are responding to a letter of demand and not including these challenges. It is you who suggest that they included. They didn't see it necessary to do so.
I agree.
So my question again is, whose interests are you advancing here when you give this kind of advice?
Of Mr. Matlala.
Hi, thank you.
Against who?
Against my employer.
Very, very intricate web there, Junior, that the Commission is going to try to untangle to get to where they want to get to at the end of the day, because it does appear that the story of the relationship, is it exactly that, just a story in order to cover up something? We don't know, but we won't make those conclusions. It's for the Commission to do. Quickly, before I let you go, tomorrow, is it confirmed now that indeed Northwest businessmen, including ANC member, that's who he is, Suleiman Karim, is he going to be testifying before the Commission tomorrow?
Indeed, Xoli, this has been confirmed by the Commission that after that loss at the Johannesburg High Court, basically striking off that matter from the court roll, he is expected to then present himself before the Commission. But earlier on in the day, we will hear Brigadier Matjeng completing the testimony that she was giving today. The witness that will not be attending the Commission tomorrow is witness F. There was that arrangement with the Commission yesterday that since he had fallen ill, he would then appear on Friday, but now he will be rescheduled for a different day, Xoli.
Juniour Khumalo, live for us at the Commission's venue, and it is in Pretoria. All right.